What is up, guys? We are here with the first place deck profiles for the 3v3 here at Phantasm Gaming in Branford, Connecticut, or East Haven, Connecticut. I'm not sure which one, but you know we're here. So we had a great tournament today. I think a total of 16 teams, and first and second happened to be a squad of individuals who came from New York to represent. So this is the first place deck profile. We'll also be getting the second ones. But if you guys want to introduce yourselves and say what you were playing today.
My name is Union Arena HQ for Clip. Today I was playing Sakuna.
Perfect.
From Union Arena HQ's Explosive Chris. I was playing Purple Bleach.
Great.
And then I'm Tanner from Union Arena HQ. I was playing the yellow Tanjiro deck from Demon Slayer.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
What's up, guys? Explosive Chris from Union Arena HQ here. I got a deck profile for you. Came in first place. First, I want to start with shout-outs. Shout-outs to, of course, my team, Union Arena HQ, for both taking first and second place today. Shout-out to Zay, because he's the master designer and engineer of this deck. And let's begin with the profile. So to start off, we're just going to go through the zeros real quick. Ichigo, nothing special here. Run 4. Uryu's, you also run 4. This is your draw and drop one. And then, of course, your Renjis. I decided to go light on the Renjis, which you'll see later. But the Renjis are a lot easier because they're active triggers. So hit off life is good. And they're just a 2K body that puts pressure real quick. So that's that. For my ones, I'm running the 1-drop Ichigo. Of course, the color trigger. And on play, it allows me to filter out the top, whether I want to keep it or send it to the discard pile. Very good card. Then, of course, we're running 4 Keyscapes. It's triggerless, but it is our 2 producing energy. And the faster we can get to 4, the faster we play the game. Now, something spicy that probably nobody's running. We're running 3 of the 4-drop Rukias. With this card here, you filter out your hand every time it attacks. You draw one and drop one. And even if your opponent blocks it, you're still filtering out your hand so that you can see everything you need in consistency, and it's a draw trigger. More triggers, more wins, guys. Next, we got 3 of the promo Ichigo. It's very good. It's a 2 energy, and on swing, it becomes a 4K body. This deck just likes to apply pressure, and so this does it very well. Then we're running 3 of the 4-drop Rukia. If you raid it on top of this Rukia, it allows us to draw 3 cards and send 2 to the sideline. It also has a hidden ability, which nobody uses, where you dump a card from your hand, and she can boost something on your field by 5K, which is boosting this to easily beat over something that's 4,000. Very good, guys. Next, I'm running 3 Renjis. Renji is good offensively and defensively. It has damage 2 above the raid, which means you can just pay an AP, damage 2, swing at your opponent, and they'll most likely block this. Or you can summon it defensively from the life, trigger it, banish 4, and minus something by 3K. Very strong card, guys. It's not to be slept on. Next, we're only running 2 of the starter deck Ichigo. We're only running 2 of these because you only want to impact this and see this mostly at late game. You don't want to see it at the beginning. That's the only reason we're running 2 of these. And then, of course, the man himself, 5-drop Ichigo. 5-drop Ichigo comes down, mills 2 cards, and then you banish a certain number of cards to take out something on the other. And it's also removal, so this plus your special, you have 8 removals essentially. All right? And then now, of course, for everything else, you got 4 Getsus. You wouldn't run any less of this. You want to see it, of course, consistently. You run your 4 Bankais. Please don't run 3, guys. Run 4. I know that it's dead in early game, but the consistency it gives you late game is very good. And then, of course, the special tech, we're running 3 Ichigo's Room. Ichigo's Room is a card that most people aren't using. It allows you to produce energy in the back row. So a turn 2, this can easily make you get to 3, and this is 4, right? Or you can use this to rest it, pop it off, draw 2 cards, and then mill 1. This going in the sideline by itself counts as 1, and then whatever else you dump is another one. Fueling you closer and closer for these, or these. Very good, guys. And that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. Till next time, guys.
Go ahead.
Alright, so today I was playing the yellow Demon Slayer deck with the Tanjiro. I'm going to start off pretty simple here, just playing 0 drops. So I really like the draw trigger on Obanai, so I wanted to play a full 4 copies of those. Obviously for the raid fodder, we're playing 4 copies of the Tondro zero drop as well. And then to finish up my zeros, I was playing 3 copies of the Nezuko. I thought about playing 4 just to have more raid targets for the Nezuko, but I decided I liked 4 of the Obanais better for the draw triggers. One reason I'm only playing 11 of the zero drops is because I'm a big believer in playing 14 to 15 between zeros and 1 drops. So to go along with those zero drops, I was also playing 4 copies of the 1 drop Nezuko just to finish out my bottom end here. More draw triggers. This is a deck that really wants to play out your hand, and you need ways to refill it. And one of those key ways is by having a lot of draw triggers in the deck. The other easy thing, we're going to get it out of the way here, is just very simple. Playing 4 finals, 4 specials, just a straightforward Tondro special. If you have a Tondro on the board, KO a 5k or less. We'll start with those. Then the other event I kind of already talked about, wanting to play your hand down. So another way that I really like to refill my hand was I played 3 copies of Comrades from the starter deck here. I think this card is pretty clutch. It lets you get 2 cards out of the top 5 here. It lets you filter for the cards that you need. And a lot of times you find yourself AP drawing towards the end of the game. Comrades is just a better way to do it. Instead of AP drawing, I'd be playing out a Comrades. Next thing here, we're going to go into our middle ground of the deck here. So we started with 3 of the 2-drop Nezukos, another active trigger, more of those raid targets on the Nezukos, as well as 3 of the Tondros. Now, all of this is kind of the bread and butter of the deck. I played it pretty aggro, just trying to get as much damage through as possible, especially with the 1-drop Nezukos. Just being able to use them as energy for a turn and then use them to attack was really important for getting some extra push, extra pings through in the early game. After those 2 drops here, we kind of go in towards the middle to top end of the deck here. So we've got the Tondros here. This one cheats out a Nezuko body. We're playing a lot of the little Nezukos, so we have a lot of targets to hit off of these. We also have Comrades to find them. So I don't mind playing 3 copies of these, even though they have no trigger on them, just because they let us cheat out bodies and just kind of rush the board early here, just to get some extra damage. Another really important card in the deck is the other 3-drop Tondro here, the one that lets you increase something's BP by 1,000 if you switch between the front line and the energy line, not during the movement phase. So using those to make your 3k swings into 4k swings was really, really important as well, just having swings that matter that couldn't be blocked for free. So this was kind of the middle part of the deck. Then we get into the top end here. I was playing a little bit lighter on the top end just because we have the Comrades to go and find it, a little bit more consistency, and because we get so much damage through from little things. So I'm playing 2 of the color trigger Tondros, the main idea behind this being that it's good to hit off life, but you never want more than 1 of them in your hand. Using 1 in your hand is fine, but they can become bricks if you've got more than 1 in the hand. Of course, we're playing a full 4 sets of the Nezuko raid here. This is just kind of the main way you're going to get extra attacks through, get you 5, sometimes even 6 swings in a turn. It lets you trigger off this Tondro to get the buffs through. Just the real bread and butter of the deck. Obviously, we can only play 4 of these, so the most important card besides that is going to be the 4-drop Tondros. These let us get them back from the discard pile so we can replay them out. So even if they get removal, we can easily just recur them from that discard pile and get them back out onto the board and having an impact on the game. Then lastly, just to finish out, have a little bit more staying power, a little bit more top end, I'm playing 2 of the starter deck Tondro raids here. The 4500 block is really important. Getting the extra impact through, also super important. Just don't want too many of those. But yeah, overall the deck ran pretty well, pretty consistent for me today, and I really enjoyed it.
Phantasm Gaming is your one-stop shop for all things gaming. From trading card games to board games and accessories, we've got just what you need to start playing today. Our friendly staff can help you find exactly what you need. Whether you're here to add to your collection, compete in our tournaments, or make new friends, Phantasm Gaming is the place to be. So come on down to our brick and mortar shop located at 221 West Main Street in Branford, Connecticut, or shop online at phantasmgaming.com.